Thank you, Kim. So as I listened to the presentation on the KL Foundation, I couldn't help but listen to the linkages between sports and science. And so when the doctor was talking about the human genome, I kept thinking, is she talking about genome? She's not talking about genome, but really when you think about the linkages that sports has to so many different areas, it is absolutely beautiful. And the work that KYAO did, KYAO touched the lives of so many women. And that's what our coaches do. We're about to celebrate a wonderful event here in New Orleans. And back in October, about 4,000 student athletes started on their journey to what they hope would be an opportunity to advance to the Final Four that's going to be held here in New Orleans. And it is a great time of year. If you're a baller, if you're a wannabe baller, if you picked up a ball in your driveway, if you have kids that play ball, this game is a phenomenal game. And it is women playing, and it is true fundamental basketball, and it's the most beautiful game to watch. And that's why we want you to come out. This is a phenomenal opportunity. We want to thank the City of New Orleans, the New Orleans Local Organizing Committee, as well as the New Orleans Arena for the tireless work to bring this all together and host what we think is going to be a phenomenal party and a wonderful opportunity to celebrate the game of women's basketball. Just a few short weeks away on April 7th and 9th. And we're just a few short weeks. This all starts when we announce the 60-14 bracket here in New Orleans on March 18th at 6 p.m. on ESPN. And so ESPN, as our broadcast partner, will air all the games in their entirety on ESPN. And we have 20 preliminary round sites that will host 60 tournament games that will lead us to what will be the Final Four that will take place here in New Orleans. This journey started in New Orleans back in 2008 when you were given and awarded the Final Four. And it's taken tireless efforts, but the Division I Women's Basketball Committee had more than enough confidence in the City of New Orleans that you would host a party like no other here. It's been a busy time of year. So you've hosted bowl games, the Super Bowl, of course, Mardi Gras, and now the queen of all events, which is women's basketball. And we think there's significant importance at the NCAA lives a lasting legacy in the City of New Orleans, and that's what so many of our ancillary programs are really geared toward. And I want to emphasize today that it's more than just 3 games. It really is more than just 3 games. The Women's Final Four is a great opportunity for families and fans in New Orleans to come out and take part and participate in so many different activities, and I'm going to talk about a number of them. But thousands will have an opportunity to enjoy those, along with the national championship game and the semifinal game that'll take place on April 7th and 9th. And in light of that, we want to announce that we still have tickets available, and we're expecting everybody in this room and everybody's network to come out and purchase tickets. I've told to everybody, if you have not participated and taken part in it and traveled to a women's Final Four, you have not lived yet. So I want to reiterate that. But today we're announcing a special ticket offer. The single section ticket is now available to you. So if you want to enjoy the semifinal game, the 2 semifinal games in one session, that ticket is now priced at $65. If you want to go to the national championship game, that ticket is now priced at $60. And if you want a session ticket that includes all of those sessions, that's now at $99. And groups of 10 or more can purchase those tickets at an additional $10 off in value. If you want tickets, those are available to you at ncaa.com/tickets. And in the spirit of emphasizing that the Final Four is more than just 3 games, I want to talk about some of those ancillary events and highlight them. First and foremost, Tourney Town, which is refreshed by our wonderful partner, Coca-Cola Zero, will be held just outside the doors of the New Orleans Arena. It's the first time we are doing this. It's going to be a completely outdoor event, and it's right outside the doors, right next to it. And Tourneytown it'll take place on April 6th, 7th, and 9th, and it's filled with fan interactive games and experiences, as well as a concert. And this year's headliner for our concert that will take place on April 7th at 4 p.m., just before our semifinal games, will be national recording artist Teo Cruz. So we expect you all to come out there and enjoy that prior to coming into the game. Tickets are also available for the women's Final Four Salute on Parade. That'll take place at Mardi Gras World. And it's a wonderful opportunity for you to get up close and personal with our Final Four selected teams. Great opportunity to see those women in a completely different light, and they are phenomenal women. Saturday is highlighted with a full day of Super Saturday programming at the New Orleans Arena, and as well as at Tourneytown. The previously mentioned 4K run presented by Northwestern Mutual will be taking place downtown New Orleans, and it start at Tourneytown at 8 a.m. Powerades, NCAA youth clinics will also be held on Saturday at the Joe Browne Memorial Park, as well as the Isidore Newman School. And fans can also take advantage of free open practices, autograph sessions, and the WBCA High School All-American game that'll take place on Super Saturday, April 6th in the New Orleans Arena. And then the Big Easy Bounce. This has got to be one of the most adorable things you'll ever experience. But it's over 2,000 youngsters in middle school, younger than that, dribbling basketballs from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome to Tourneytown. So come out and enjoy that. I encourage all interested individuals, all interested young people, youth organizations, families, community-based organizations to register and get involved in these events. We're putting together a full slate of additional events, and it's these simple experiences are what change the lives of young women. And we encourage you to get your young people involved in these events, because they certainly can play a huge part in changing your life. And my experience as a youngster was just that. I experienced women's basketball in a clinic, and I took off. And it's taken me to every continent on this earth except Antarctica. So as I said, numerous legacy programs will take place over that Final Four weekends, but a number have been at play for a while. The NCAA Middle School Madness, the pinnacle of fitness that promotes healthy lifestyles among our young people. The NCAA Youth Clinics, the Big Easy Bounce, fueled by Powerade, the NCAA Junior Journalism Workshops, community challenge events, and equipment donations from many of our NCAA suppliers are expected to touch the lives of over 25,000 middle school and elementary school young people in this area. And I'd like to conclude today by giving this one final reminder. You got to be in it. You have to be in it to experience it. Get out there and register for the events. Purchase tickets, bring your friends. And my call to action is get involved. Be part of this special event. It is the queen of all events, and it's a celebration of some phenomenal women. These women are phenomenal on the court, in the classroom, and in the community, and we need to celebrate them. So I look forward to seeing you all at the Final Four, and thank you.